Benny in the house.
Yeah.
You're welcome. This is the most people I've ever seen in here.
Welcome, Benny.
Fixes his mic. Did you mute him already, Pete?
No, I did not mute him. God dang it. Benny, we lost you. If you can still hear us. The bongo skill is internet.
Finance crashes, Benny's micro crashes, everything crashes.
Well, not me and my sand truck.
I can hear music now.
Hey!
Yeah, there he is.
Finally. Hello there.
How you going, Mike?
Yeah, going all right. Awesome. Jesus, that looks like Trump's body.
Good eye.
How's everybody surviving this inferno? First time?
No, second time here. Just looking at it, it's a horror show.
Mate, I tell you, I'll tell you a funny little story that might make you all feel a bit better. Back in September of 2017, the Chinese came out with the exact same article that had also come out in 2013, and I saw that Binance, a brand new exchange, was delisting all the Chinese tokens, and I went around to every single person I know, friends, family, Telegram groups, and said, buy the hell out of all of the Chinese tokens, because these things are going to get relisted, and every time China bans something, it's like opening the floodgates. And I got kicked out of channels. I got told, stop peddling your Chinese coins here, this garbage. Rara, it was like Tron, Binance, that was about, I don't know what it was at that time, 70 cents or something, or $1 or something, but everyone said, all garbage. And look what happened. I must admit, though, I couldn't eat anything for about 3 weeks without my stomach doing backflips. I thought I was, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? You guys all know that feeling.
I'm just happy to be sitting unleveraged in the liquidity pool. I feel pretty safe, actually.
Mate, I tell you, the amount of people, that's the one thing I say to people, never use leverage in these markets. Like, holy guacamole, there's people, you can go very quickly from being in a nice position to losing your house and everything you've got because you're trying to chase ridiculous amounts of gains. All you got to do is just stay put. RFOX farms ease the pain. Binance is broken. What's that? Sounds like someone trod on a baby.
Coinbase is broken too.
Really?
Yep. America's fucked too.
Well, you think about it, mate. If there's that many people using it, have a look at the volumes on stuff, right? And then if you have a look at the sells versus buys.
We entered the retail panic stage.
The retail what? Panic stage?
The retail panic stage. All the guys that bought the tops are now dumping.
Yeah, I actually said to people today, for the people that are going through this for the first time, they're going to end up selling. And then in 3 weeks, they're going to end up buying their positions back at a fraction of what they had before and saying, damn it, I could have made so much more money. But on the same token, you've got to be, if you're over committed or you're leveraged, then it's a big trouble. This is retail panic. I'm so happy. Yeah, well, you know what? A lot of people called the bottom today and said, that's it, we bounce. There's 4 words you always say when someone says you've reached the bottom in the middle of the day, and that is America is still asleep. Because you've got to have a panic party across the whole world for it to be a real panic party. So when they wake up and go, holy crap, I better sell my stuff. Is it still going down? I don't even look during these times.
Yeah,
I don't even
bother
look.
looking.
There's no point.
Just keep farming.
If nothing, you know what? That's the. Did you see that? I don't know if it was the lady from Saturday Night Live or whatever. They did that skit, and they were talking about stock markets, and they said, they did a rap song about crypto. Then they did a thing about crypto, and they said, "Don't panic. The fundamentals haven't changed." And then they put up a meme coin in the background, and then they said, "What happens if you didn't have any fundamentals?" Holy crap! Is that happening right now? That
Past 2
chart,
hours.
31.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Past 2 hours. Yep.
Okay. Well,
Elon is
26 is
finally dumping.
And what is? Sorry.
I was just saying it looks like Elon's finally dumping after all his bloating.
He'd be selling the loss. Good Lord. This is a big drop, isn't it? It's a big drop and it's a fast drop. Doesn't matter how many years you've been around, it's always a little bit scary. But there's too many people with too much money riding on it, especially institutions, for it to just disintegrate. But this is supposed to be a party, not a funeral.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. All right. So,
Exactly.
shall we pull the trigger, Benny?
We can pull the trigger, I think, can't we, King of Cogs? We can. Do you want to have us pull it now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Pull the trigger.
And then we'll forward the we'll put the transaction in the Discord. How many did anyone get anywhere near?
Yeah, we have
The
a
guess?
winner. We have a winner.
Really?
We will be announced. Yep. We had an amazing response. Such a close call. We had to obviously narrow it down, and we do have a winner. And Pete's gonna shout out to the person and make it
Yeah,
happen.
the person's not online. He's not online.
He's probably
He's
watching
not
the
only not
market.
online.
He's not watching this.
Yeah.
He's watching the markets.
Or sleeping. But yes. Let me post the number. The number that was the winning guess is this.
Yep.
Well, what's the number, mate? Is it close?
Yeah, that's the number that is the actual
By 30,000. By 30,000.
30,000. So I know some of you guys say you're off by like 100,000, 300,000. Not even close. It's 30,000. Pretty close.
That's pretty close. That's not a bad effort.
Yeah. Definitely worth a second edition. But it's unfortunate if
For
you
sure.
can't. But we'll make a shout out to him, and we'll make it happen. Of course, there's a bit of a challenge with time zones, but this happens.
100%. We are waiting, and pretty shortly we're going to be able to say that this is done. There's a massive, still a massive burn.
And you all
This
see
is
my
the joys
screen.
of being back.
On Pete.
I can't see it.
Can you all see my
I'm
screen?
not actually. Hang on.
Yeah, I can see it.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So I'll just refresh this. Tell King of Cogs to jack up the gas price, so we'll get through it quicker.
Yeah, that's going to be the issue right now if everybody's panic selling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
How
could
much?
take 5 minutes. So let's continue the conversation and come back to it.
Yeah.
Mate, oh, that's hilarious that you put that in there, Terry.
Holy
I actually literally.
shit.
What?
Can you all see my screen right now? Gas is 1,900. Gui.
Oh, way.
Look at that!
I'd
Like,
say it's-
what the hell?
God damn.
Couldn't sell if you
Yeah,
tried.
retail panic.
It's like, oh man, that burn transaction is going to be stuck in gas limbo right now.
Guys, do something. You fuck up the systems. Everything crashes. First the RFOX launch, now this one. Come on.
Are you guys timing it with the markets, or are you making
Yeah.
the markets crash?
one day you're going to realize that we are the market.
That I know. I'm aware
No.
of that. I can't wait for that day.
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Hey Pete,
Yeah,
can you
Terry, that-
DM me that website address that you were just showing us? I'd like to check that out.
Oh, TX Street. That's let me type it. TX
What were you gonna say, Ben?
Street.
I was going to say that the
TXStreet.com.
Saturday Night Fever dancing, John Travolta. I can't remember watching that. Right, I watched it when I was a kid, and then my missus said she'd never seen anything like old dancing stuff, and I said, "Oh, you got to check out this," and showed her that scene. Oh my god, it's as hilarious as it is amazing. The dude's got some talent.
They just don't make movies like that anymore.
They certainly don't. That was absolutely phenomenal.
Look at that. The low fee line is 1,600 GUI. I'm not sure how much GUI that King of Cogs put in, but I think it's stuck in the gas vortex right now. Gotta speed it up, like put 3,000 or something.
George 74. Look, I say that end of the bull run. I mean, technically, we shouldn't have even had what we've got because of what should have happened if the money printers hadn't gone at the end of last year. But ultimately, with the cycle playing out the way that it's playing out, I said today I reckon it's September 2017. I'm not sure whether the months will roll on as long as they have or will, but ultimately, the short answer is I think that we're going to have one more run. No idea. Yep, 26,000 some pretty small. We're saying if it breaks
Swapping
down.
on Uniswap costs $450 right now. Awesome, right?
For
What
For what?
What a time to be alive. To swap on Uniswap, it costs you $450. Gas.
And
Holy
literally yesterday around this time, it was like $15.
Yes.
was
So,
like
so not only do you
super low.
lose by chasing the market all the way down, you're also losing on gas because you're paying $450.
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was super low yesterday and Sunday.
Didn't people have been speculating that they've increased the gas to keep weekends from selling?
Huh.
It's not working.
That's what I reckon they've done. They've had to do that. Let's prolong their misery. Let's make it expensive for them to lose.
Let's wreck them completely.
It's called a double whammy.
People might think it's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Hero Gamer, remember this day. This is the day we first burned RFOX. Also, remember the day that we launched RFOX Finance.
Yeah.
Look what Zach just put up. USDC is down 10%.
Look at that. USDC is tanking. USDC is down to 89 cents. Hey, Fat, since it's down to 89 cents, you should start buying, man.
On it. Easy money.
Make your million from USDC.
Can you imagine being told?
35. What's that? Quick 6,000 on Bitcoin in about a minute. Don't sell your coins.
It's going to get interesting, that's for sure. Well, that's a bit of a bounce, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have we got? Questions while we're waiting. Yeah, this gas could take forever. Imagine all the people that were. Imagine the one person in the world that was short. He'd be pretty happy, wouldn't he?
Oh, fuck.
Good Lord. At least we're capitulating together in the same room. Well, same space. BSC still broken, is it? It wouldn't surprise me, mate.
Emotionally, I need the support. It's my first time.
It's your first time?
Yeah, I started in
Ac-
January.
Ooh.
Actually, there's something to be said for calming voices and all the rest of it, because it can be, we're already pretty disjointed as a world, right? And people can get pretty scary. Yeah, China, if you've been here since early 2017, this is just like popcorn and I think the thing that always goes through your head is that, wouldn't it be great if you had cash waiting on the sidelines at the times when it dipped? Yeah, Phantom, I think we saw some pretty good ones in 2017 for sure. And even if you wanted to buy something Gralic, you probably couldn't, because you can't get anything through. So it's like, how are these people selling and how are people buying in? No one can actually make any transactions. It's just like someone's got a lever and just put it right to the bottom. Can't buy on Binance. So how's it tanking? No one can sell.
Isn't it just orders that were in the market that are just getting hit? Stops are just getting hit and it's just going through them all.
Did you guys accidentally burn the entire market instead of just RFOX?
Mate, I'll tell you what, that's a danger of putting a green button right next to a red button.
We don't do half-ass stuff. If we do a burn party, we do a burn party.
If you're going to burn stuff,
This
you need
is
to
a
burn
burn
it to the
party.
ground. I think so, Benno. I think yeah, to be honest, and I don't say this lightly either. To be honest, I just pray that if you're in a vulnerable state, make sure that you talk to people, because these dips ended up getting to people in the 2017 market. It was pretty sad.
That's what they do.
Oh,
And that's what this
actually, Phantom. Someone said they made a dog coin index. Is CoinGecko working? Because if CoinGecko is working, we'll have a look. I'll tell you what, though, if it's not the end, watch this bounce. If you've never seen a fall this big, watch the bounce.
Yeah, the bounce is going to be fucking epic.
Yeah, it's going to be ginormous.
We're going to bounce all the way to Christmas.
Can you guys see my screen? This is CoinGecko, Benny. Internal server error.
505.
Too many refreshes. 500 internal server error.
I saw that the other day. Yeah, when it dumps, it pumps, and when it pumps, it dumps. I tell you what, Z-Train, I remember last time it was like We had
Okay,
a
guys, we have burn. We have burn. Look at the screen. 35 seconds ago. To burn address. Boom. Booyah.
Bam.
Bye bye, RFOX.
Fuck you, gas fees.
yeah. So it's a bit more expensive than matches. I can tell you that much. To burn.
Yeah, look at the gas. Shit.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we paid 250 bucks to burn RFOX.
$250 to burn 1.54 million. But King of Cogs and I basically had the conversation of, can we afford to burn this? had to take out a loan to burn it. But what I was going to say to you, for those who are going through it the first time, there's three groups of people. Well, there's a fourth group, but that group is only legend and talks about them, and I don't know that they actually exist. The first group the fourth group that I'll talk about first, because they say I've never seen these people. The people that were never in the market, that were waiting for this time, that had a bundle of cash on the sidelines and suddenly knew what to buy. I reckon they're mythical creatures, little unicorns. But the other three groups, you've got one
they
group.
don't exist.
They don't exist. They're unicorns. Then there's one group of people that say, I've been here, done that. I'm not doing anything because I know when I chase rainbows and butterflies, I get burned. Then there's another group of people that are being liquidated and are in big trouble. And then there's another group of people who are trying to get out and in, trying to time bottoms and trying to make money out of this situation because they've seen this a few times and they reckon they can get it. That's about the three people that are in this market right now.
Yeah, but the last guy also, usually ends up saying, hey, it's the bottom, they buy in, and then it just goes further below, right?
Yeah. Actually, I saw a video today. I don't know the two guys' names, but they're apparently pretty big in the space. Around since the Nicholas Mertz times. I'm trying to remember what they're called. But they were saying that they were sitting in cash today waiting for the US to wake up, and then they were just going to buy back their positions that they were hoping to get double their allocation. But everyone was booing them, saying that I don't know what they're talking about, but they do. Trying to buy the dip 100%, Ramses. Oh, there you go. But was he on the sidelines before this happened with cash and wasn't in the market? No. So he's not the fourth person, right? He's the type of person who's trying to flip it and make money out of the market. You're just a simple farmer, Scott. It's actually not a bad occupation to have right at this particular point in time, because I'll tell you what, some of these farms, I haven't looked at any of them, but I'm assuming some of these farms right now, a lot of people would have been pulling their LP tokens out and selling. So the percentage of return would have gone up in a lot of them. And effectively, you're getting a whole lot of coins that are worth a whole lot of nothing. And then when the bounce comes, you've done very, very well. Not the mythical fourth kind. Let's be honest, is there actually that fourth person? They don't exist, do they? Can you imagine being at Peter Schiff's house right now? He'd be laughing with a megaphone.
I got friends who say that they're going to go into the next dip, right? I mean, who's supposedly like the fourth mythical unicorn, but they never do. They're like, oh shit, market's crashing. Oh no, I'm not getting into this crash, and then they'll never get into crypto. So they're not the fourth kind. They're just the people who never ever get into crypto.
Yeah, Peter Schiff's probably is throwing a Bitcoin party today for sure, mate. He doesn't understand what it feels like because he's never actually owned anything that has proper value. It's never gone up and down like that.
I wonder if he's laying into relevant Peter Schiff on Twitter.
Did you know that they've actually tussled a few times?
Yeah, I've seen it. But I mean, I would just surely if he's got any chutzpah, he should be piping up right now.
Mate, I laugh. I think that every time I see that stuff, what's always funnier is the first person that comments underneath the one that's got the most likes. They were going at each other on Twitter. Some of you probably saw this because it went pretty big. And then some dude goes, "I just got home drunk," and he said, "I'm seeing 4." And then he goes, "Is Peter Schiff actually fighting with Peter Schiff on Twitter right now?" And then goes, "Who's winning?" And someone comes back within quarter of a second and goes, "Peter's winning." These people are literally, I don't know if they're real either, but they are put on the earth for our amusement. They are put on the earth for our. And if you haven't watched it, guys, sorry, go ahead, Philip.
No, I think in times like this, it's great to know that the general discourse has actually got a great sense of humor. It kind of normalizes everything that, you know.
This is the only time when maximalism and where everybody actually can come together and say, you know, we're all in this together. We all understand the risks. We all understand the pitfalls. It's the only time that you're going to get people unite. And it is important, Lightseeper, to have a bit of a laugh. And every time I have a bit of a hard day, because we've had a pretty hard couple of weeks, I'll tell you what, there's a couple of great videos out there. If you're bored and you're trying to find something to watch for 5 minutes, there's a Foo Fighters concert, and he always gets someone to come up and play an instrument, and there's a dude with a Kiss face on, and he gets up to play the guitar, and he absolutely slays it. It's a fantastic clip. It'll just make you feel good. And then what'll make you feel really, really good is when you read the first comment underneath the video, as always. Absolute. I won't spoil it for you. Link, joiner. Okay, let me just get it. Hang on. He's playing the guitar at the Kiss at a what is it? Foo Fighters Kiss. There you go.
Is that the bounce?
It's a 7-minute video. How do I do it? Yeah. Discord. Wow. Technology.
All going to break YouTube now.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to Choina. I'm sending it to you. Can you then put it in the group? I don't know how to do it. It said I can only send it to people, not to a group. Probably for spam purposes. It's a really cool video. There you go. Just the first comment cracks me up. What's that one, Terry?
I can't remember who was it there. Just Phantom said, "What kind of a bounce is that?" And I said, "It's the start of a triple jump. You do a little jump first, and then you do the big jump."
Oh, right. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good analogy. Is there anybody that's not phased at all? There's a lot of people here.
75 people, I think, last I counted.
Anyone got any questions they want to ask? We're not necessarily experts at a lot of stuff, but we can, if there's people that have genuine questions, there you go.
Yeah, I'm going to ask one question on behalf of one of the guys here. When Pokemon?
Interested in anything you can add to the latest video, reshops, auction timing and marketing? Understand may not. Well, I've said this before and I'll say it again, because people always say, you know, where's your marketing? What's happening with this? I take full responsibility because we probably underestimated how big the virtual space is going to be. We knew it was going to be massive. We knew it was going to be big. We kind of underestimated probably how big this could potentially be. So what we need to do, and that's poor Philip gets put under pressure because we have to redesign the way we market that. And you can't just go out and say, let's build something that we believe is going to be a Ready Player One type thing that will challenge some of the big boys. And when I say big boys, we openly say that we'll take on the big guys. You can't just do that and roll out proper production quality stuff right now. It doesn't take 2 seconds. So as far as the timing is concerned, what we have to do is make sure that we've built that momentum. We've got our name out there while we're working with the partners that we bring on. And so if that delays things a little bit, then I don't think anyone's going to care if it means lots of new people coming in and lots of new exposure. And we get one chance to do this, because if it is going to be as big as we think it's going to be, we're not going to be able to just do this half-assed like marketing and roll out and then sort of say, oh shit, would have been really good if we could rewind things and do that again. We get one chance to do this. So we've got to get the first part right, and then we've got to just sort of build that momentum. So, yeah. Can you buy RedFOX directly? No, we don't have RedFOX to give you, but we're not allowed to sell OTC anyway. Thank you very much. We try hard to make to build stuff well. Can you explain how burning RFOX affects VFOX in the pool? It doesn't affect VFOX in the pool. The VFOX that we got for providing the initial liquidity gets converted back into RFOX, which causes buying pressure on RFOX, and then it gets burned out of supply forever. So it reduces the. So what's happening is people are getting VFOX for mining. So a lot of people say that's for nothing, but you've got to lock up and you've got to take in permanent loss risk and all the rest of it. You get a token that then gives you rewards, and then the RFOX holders are getting deflationary token. I thought we doubled our marketing budget. No, it's going to be a lot bigger than double. I'm picturing that as well. Josh, anything less than Ready Player One, I think we'll all be disappointed. Does Philip even exist? He sure does.
I'm here. We're pushing hard, guys.
Actually, I'm sure he won't mind me saying it to you. I was saying to him, and we talk about this internally because we have been around a while. We do know how it all works. I said to Philip, if the price of the token goes down, then marketing's shit. If the price of the token goes up, it's because of the best marketing in the whole world. So it's a fickle industry, isn't it? And people turn on a dime. But the fact is, we fully, hand on heart, we know, and we've said this since day one, we couldn't start advertising a restaurant if you've got no meals to serve. So we're at a point now where we're able to start saying, right, we understand that marketing is now as important as products. It's actually more important than products now, right now. So we make no apologies for the fact that if we delay slightly with the products to really ramp up the marketing, no one's going to care, because that's what's needed to be done right now. So we've got the benefit of being around a while, and we know how to feel what's happening. So now it's the time to really move this along. M. De Boer. So we haven't really announced anything yet. We're sort of working out how that roadmap all fits together with quality production. Like, we've got quality production visuals and stuff that are coming together, and those guys don't just whip stuff up in one day. They take a little bit of time, and we understand that in a normal world, you'd put an advert out, you'd advertise the crap out of it for 5 weeks, and it would get on higher rotation and all the rest of it, whereas in crypto, 4 to 5 weeks is like a year, and people can't remember anymore. And even if they had a set aside crypto to buy something, they go, oh, a shiny farm, and they change their mind. So the run-in from the time that the real ads start to the sale will be very short window, as it should be. Does today's event go down affect your plans? No, that's the thing, George. We've always seen ourselves as a developing real-world business that leverages off of blockchain and emerging tech. So as far as we're concerned, we're building a long-term plan, and what we're trying to do as fast as we can is get as many products and customers so that we if we're using RFOX in the background, so this is the part, a lot of people that have been around a long time already understand this. If we're using RFOX on the settlement layer underneath, then it doesn't matter what the market's doing, in the sense that the token utility is going to continually be demanded and be transacting through the RFOX token. So the quicker we can get there, the better it is for everybody. But the shop limit might limit the user numbers, isn't it? Well, we've got also the local rollouts as well, Hero Gamer. So the global world. To be honest, we've had several back and forths and conversations on, how you do that. So every single other person's done it in a phased approach. They've done it like, for example, if that's the city and the next city, so that way you've got momentum and you've got build up and you've got more time to draw the storyline side of things, and you've got the educate people with the features, because otherwise it's just a free for all and everyone comes in and goes, what the hell's going on here? What do I click? Where do I go? And to be honest, there's a lore, LORE, which is the story behind it all, and then there's an LAW on how the law works, the quartermasters, all the rest of it. So there's a lot to get your head around, and we want to start bringing on the quartermasters as soon as possible so those guys can get involved and help us. Yep, so Madame, people in Telegram are asking about if there's enough RFOX liquidity for individuals, companies when buying lands. Yeah, it's a good question, and VFOX also sort of has probably opened up a few doors and opportunities there, and you'll know what I mean. Opened up some of those opportunities for sure. Technically speaking, if there's not enough of something, then it just means that the unit price goes up. But I think it's more about is it easy enough for people to buy it? Is probably a better question. Can people buy it in large stints? Should they be doing bit by bit? So there's lots of things that we're trying to help out with as well. Have you got them ready yet? Well, yeah, we've got the game, and we've got obviously the virtual spaces coming along, and lots of things plug into that. So we're building multiple things at one time, as you know. We're not in the beginning. The vision was to do it linearly and have one product and then wait, and then the next product and then wait. And then what we realized is to get the ecosystem to really click together and not be in a perpetual raise model, we have to use the network effect of the other businesses. So therefore, we have to launch lots of things at the same time. Benno, how are Ankle Vault tenants looking? I think that the honest feedback we get, the questions we get are, who's the other people in there? The other questions we get are, we've never done this before. We've had a couple of them say, we've never really done anything like this before. Can you do it for us? Which kind of defeats the purpose. But I think for a lot of traditional companies, it's a big step forward, but they know they have to take it at some stage, and no one wants to be the first, no one wants to be the last. So when we first started out, we thought we would probably not get anybody with competing industries, meaning, for example, 2 soft drink makers, for example. But that's shaping up not to be the case. I think when one soft drink here, one soft drink's going in there, more want to come in there. How's the NFT marketplace coming along? It's coming along well. We have always said that for us to reach the end goal vision of it being like a Shopify for NFTs, and you can come and spin up your own and all the rest of it, that's going to be a number of iterations. We understand that, because in the beginning, if you got a white label, you'd have to do all the bones and the reconfiguring, skinning and everything yourself, whereas to make it grammar friendly and clickable, those things have to go through lots of iterations. So what you see in the beginning will not be the same as what it evolves into, and we know that it's a journey. How are we going to attract any large players with the liquid books? No way land plots can go for large amounts with 100 players plus competing over extremely thin liquidity. Yep, so okay, that's why the advertising and stuff is going to be very, very important. So you'll see as of today or tomorrow, we're starting to work with more people, and this will give us greater exposure. It's a very measured plan on how we try and build that up. But you're right. There's going to be people. We've built a very loyal community. There's a lot of people that won't want to sell to these people coming in as well. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic for sure. How do you market this to women? They are a huge portion of online shoppers, but not a huge portion of online gamers. They are actually, Josh. If you look at idle games, they're 60% of the audience. That'll probably shock a lot of people, but 60% of the idle audience is female. So idle games. So there's a lot.
Popular streamers. The most popular streamers are female.
Yep. So you combine that and the e-commerce side of things. We've already had 2 groups of people come to us that are specifically focused on women, and I'll be honest again with us saying we got an opportunity to have a documentary made because of the what we're doing in Southeast Asia, being not from Southeast Asia, and the push that we're going forward with into the play to earn economies, and that is run by the documentary makers are very for strong female involvement, and it's an all female team. But we basically said not at this point. Wait till we're up and running and we're going. But they wanted to do it more of a making headway in Southeast Asia, and then later do a follow up. We just said no, not now. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, so the Vault, Hanford, the Vault is actually that's our unique selling proposition. Is we went in with the idea of being commerce related, but using a gaming engine to build the graphics, and then having the ability to do concerts and events and all the rest of it there as well. So it made it. It has to be something quite different to what's out there, and also have to be slow in rolling stuff out as well. That's why a crescendo has to happen at the end, because there's a lot of people with a lot of money and a lot of time on their hands, and everybody knows that the metaverse space is going to be a very, very heated competition. So we also have to be careful not to give away the secret sauce too early as well. Very interested in role of quartermaster. Yeah, so as we've stated, the quartermasters will apply in the beginning, and then they'll be measured on KPIs or key performance indicators of performance, rather than some stupid, easily riggable voting system where you can just send tokens and vote. It's ridiculous. So it'll be based on your ability to be able to bring in businesses and businesses that generate revenue, because obviously that's how you're going to get paid. My personal view, I can't speak on behalf of the rest of the team, but my personal view is that some of the quartermasters will end up employing people to work for them because they won't be able to handle the workload by themselves. Yeah, the live streaming and cashback app's one that we know is a monster for us. I don't think anyone's ever disputed that would be the biggest business for us. But the virtual space, seeing though it can plug that into it as well, has the potential to really be. It's more of an amalgamation of all the other businesses, but rightfully as a standalone, it could be massive as well. So gaming will be part of it for sure, with e-commerce and stuff like that as well. US stock market's getting wrecked as well. That's not great. Ultra rares for $7. Is that edition 1 or 2? Better be edition 2. Miss Universe Philippines, yep. She got knocked out. So we've got 3
Benny,
yep.
We want to show them something, just to show them what's in the works in terms of production. But people share a screen. We don't share the link because then obviously people might hear them and all that stuff. So if Pete can share his screen, put up your speakers as loud as possible, and let's view this, and then I'll just explain the production process around it and sort of the storyline that we're heading towards, if that's okay.
Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, what is this?
Yep.
Put up the sound.
Holy shit.
That looks sick.
Hit that play, yo.
Nice.
Wow.
That was sick. I didn't hear anything, but it looked good.
No, I mean, if you didn't hear anything, that's unjust. I mean, really, the music also drives so much impact behind it. So, just to give you an example of what we're
Can
doing
you
from a
guys
production.
hear? I mean, yeah. Can you guys hear the music when I'm playing the
No, we
video?
couldn't.
Okay, so some people can hear.
I heard it.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay.
So just we're
Okay,
working
so
with like
some can.
we're working with international studios in terms of like hard hitting, really powerful, videos, and we are pulling out all the stops in terms of production quality. This is just part of the process in terms of pre-production.
We lost you.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
Yeah.
I can hear you
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, there is a storm overhead. So yeah, so just a little bit of the the production process. We go through a pre-production and post-production. So pre-production is obviously pulling the narrative together, making sure that the story flows, making sure that the call to action is there. It's designed in a way that obviously utilizes exactly what we've got to offer right now and provides a promise at the end of it. Right, that's marketing. It's a promise, and we need to deliver on that promise. So this is just, I mean, there's obviously a lot of Pixar in there, but it's just to give you a position of what we're going to go out into market with. We're going to obviously take it all from our perspective. We're going to be producing all of the work. So everything that you're going to be seeing is going to be like the vault, touch and feel and look and all that sort of thing. There's a lot of work that goes into something like this. And we've obviously set benchmarks on our side in terms of competition, reach, and how certain competitors manage to go viral on their ads. And we want to produce things that are going to completely blow people away. So, I know Benny said early on, it's like, you get one shot at these things, but we don't want to have just one shot. We want to make sure that we are rolling out a series of these really impactful, punchy, ad units or videos that just, once you put it in the hands of the market, they just run with it. And we're also in discussions with like certain KOLs to get this going. But stuff like this really gets you pumped. And I mean, I literally get goosebumps sometimes when I look at the production quality that we're working on. It's amazing stuff. It's just a little bit of a
Wreck-It Ralph question. So yeah, the thing is that's actually just the storyboard of how things go together. It's not anything else. The thing is that it'll all use visuals from space and all the rest of it. But it just goes to show you that a storyboard says a completed what a city looks like, then goes into what the shops look like, and then it goes into where it is, and it's in space and all the rest of it. So it actually goes through all the key elements. So it's just the same as a progression of drawing pictures as a storyboard and showing what the different frames are. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we would never put out anything like that in the market. Of course, there's copyright issues. But this is just part of the pre-production process,
100%.
ideation. So we're getting to a point where we're refining a narrative, refining a call to action, and we're going to go out into the market, global market, and hit stuff, hit eyeballs with stuff like this that's just going to carry itself. Really cool stuff, cool work.
Yeah.
So you guys saw the preview of the preview of the preview. It's just very early on, right? I mean, all those videos will be our videos, not some stuff pulled from the internet. Right, but at the very least, we just want to show you guys this is what's coming, and hopefully you guys, are excited about it.
And so the thing is that, yes, we want it. We've said that we want to go more for the Roblox model of contributive because there's so much great technology out there and it moves so fast. To think that we are capable of thinking about all of the different integrations and layers, it's ridiculous. Our job's to provide the platform, and then to let the quartermasters and the shops and the people come in and build and extend and make it better. Someone here says they're going to be playing craps in the alley like a full degen. No, we want no crapping in the alleys, mate. Keep the alleys clean.
Only cogging. Only cogging.
No crapping in the alleys. When you talk about travel, there's so that how it works. I think we've told you this before, but you'll have sky trains that go between the cities. So the central hub, you'll hop on a sky train and go to the city and get a view. But as you would know, what is the purpose of that, or why do you have to travel if you're inside of a world? That's part of the mystique, and you'll get to see the space landscape. I don't know what you call that, spacescape. But the fact is that when you're talking about the types of complexities of the visuals of the worlds, then 30-second train ride is not only for the new cities, but the difference is we're not doing it on a blockchain, meaning you're not going to get missing feet and heads and stuff like that. It's actually building. It's actually being built with video game technology, so that only the blockchain parts are the buildings as NFTs, the assets of it as NFTs, and what the shops sell as NFTs as well. The final product, the metaverse, will be able to be used from desktop, but it will be built for mobiles. The reason it's being built for mobiles, yes, with blockchain wallet integration. The reason that we're building it for mobiles is because that's predominantly where our audience is using the internet. So I think the latest figures we read were 91% of our audience is on the mobile. Josh, it's a pretty big future and it's a pretty big vision, and I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million times more. Some parts of this will take longer than others, but the most important part is that we're building multiple things at once. So sometimes when you think, hang on, you've got this coming out, what's happening with this one? You've got to understand that they all feed into each other. And if we don't build it ourselves, we have to use somebody else's stuff. And then we get stuck on building our businesses on a YouTube or a Facebook, which is just crap, because they can turn us off, ban us, do whatever they like. So we have to build a lot, and we sometimes underestimate how much, because a lot of the stuff that we're doing, and I think the team will be testimony to this, a lot of the stuff that we're building, you'll have a component or a piece of what you're building, and you can only find 2 or 3 people that can actually do that piece. And you think, isn't there tons of people that could possibly do this? And it's like, no. And you think, how's this possible? So when we start dealing with new technologies or codes or blockchain integrations, it gets harder and harder. So what we wanted to do was build it to be agnostic, like everything, and then make it so that if Dot want to come along and put Dot or Kasama NFTs and technology into the space, that's fine. Just make it so that the end user doesn't have to understand how to navigate what it is, and just make it that those guys can come and integrate SDKs and put their own game logic and technology in there.
Yeah, so just to add, like what Benny just said, right? Everyone I think in this space says, the favorite word I hear since joining this space is it's easy, right? And Benny always quotes that, hey, this guy says it's easy, right? But if it's easy, why is ETH 2.0 taking forever? Why isn't XCs on layer 2 yet? Why are layer 2 solutions rolling out very slowly? It's not easy. That's the thing. Everyone thinks it's easy, but it's not.
It is worth the wait for sure, Josh, but it's easy is what the person says before they give you an invoice. Then once you give them their money to build whatever it is, they go, oh, right, I didn't understand the scope. That's actually really, really difficult. Ivory Eagle, have we got more farms coming? Yes, absolutely. We said this. We didn't build RFOX Finance for a couple of pools. Stay tuned. You're going to see things coming in and out very, very fast. It's like a game company utilizing blockchain tech almost. Actually, Hero Gamer, it's more like It's more like a super app that uses gaming, blockchain, AI, cloud, uses cutting edge technology to make the super app something a bit more special than the bland ones that use the existing legacy tech. So, but yes, those you'll notice if you're a gamer. Whoa, some feedback. If you're a gamer, you'll notice that there's a gaming theme that arches across all of the benches. You'll notice that there's a gaming theme that arches across all of the benches. Whoa.
I muted him, Benny. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The gaming, you'll see that across everything. And if you're a person who's into retail and commerce, you'll notice that that's across everything. If you're into advertising and marketing, you'll notice that we've got billboards in the virtual space. We've got advertising space across everything. If you're into streaming, you'll notice that we have the streaming possibilities and capabilities with platforms, media, again, billboards, hackathons, across everything. So you'll notice that there's certain themes across everything, but ultimately that's how a fully interoperable ecosystem should work. Second featured farm on RFOX Finance, please. Can't tell you that. Have to take you out the back and shoot you. Yeah, actually, Josh, one of the, you're talking about it being a blockchain programming school. One of the actual buildings is earmarked to be educational, but I can't say in what industry or sector, but it's nothing you'll ever guess. It's very cool. Yeah, that's right, Josh. But the thing is, Josh made a really good point. We want to put out quality content and be proud of it and not just shit it out because we want it to last. That's for sure. But we also understand from a token holder's perspective, they're saying, well, hang on, there could be only 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year left in the bull run or a positive market before we go into bear. So unless you get your act together and get everything out fast, we're not going to benefit from the token appreciation price. And we understand that. We're not stupid. So that's why if we think certain elements are going to take a while to build or they're more complicated or we want to make them better, then we've decided that we're going to put the foot down more on the marketing side of things and give ourselves the time we need to build the quality. And that way you're killing two birds with one stone. So that way you get a quality product that you can keep using regardless of the market conditions. And you also get the benefit of us having exercised and flexed the muscles during the right window. So I think that's a very good compromise.
Benny, I have to jump out. Got the other call going on the other thing, so I'll head out. Right, Benny.
Yep. I'll
okay,
join
everyone,
you
take care. I'll see you guys soonish after my calls.
Cheers, Pete.
For DGen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Later, Pete.
See you, Pete. Philip, I'm not sure about you. Who else is here? Spad's here? No. I can probably stay.
I'm here, but
I can stay for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, cool. I'm here. I'm working in the background. I'm probably going to jump off also in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Did we discuss the benefit of keeping cogs in tubes in the near future? Yes, there's lots of stuff coming with that. Just wait. Just be a little bit more patient coming. Someone said today, they said, what am I supposed to do with all my cogs sitting in tubes? They're just sitting there. And I said, the same thing you're doing with all your other cogs sitting loosely in your wallets. This is actually going to lead to something though. Once Vault, what's in store for 2022 for Vault? Yeah, so that's here again. Like I say, our job is to get the platform out and then to get quartermasters to come in, work with the big brands, work with the technology companies, and to really start to grow that and make sure that it's a contributive ecosystem and it's not just us going, nope, can't do that, or we've got a good idea, or we're flicking the lights on or off. That's not how we want it to be. That's not how we want it to be. What's the burn to those? What's the effect of the burn to those already holding? It means there's less of the token. So it's a supply demand scarcity thing. How nondescript. Just wanted to say that this was the craziest hour since I'm in crypto. So glad I spent it with all of you guys. Very reassuring. George, the thing is, you can only control what you can control. You can't control what you can't. I've had the question asked to me a million times, you know, why are you not panicked or why are you not worried? Because the fact is that the market runs on emotion and it's irrational and it doesn't consider fundamentals. Obviously, considering all these meme coins and all the rest of it. So I think you make an important point though, mate. It's very, very important that, and I'll say this again because it's a good way to sort of wrap up as well. It's very, very important that you have people that you can talk to. And despite what you think you're going through, other people are going through that as well. And there's other people that are very well equipped at handling it or have been through it and have great advice for you. So it's very important that you've got people to talk to and you don't bottle stuff up because that never ends well. Do RedFOX have marquee clients yet for the 10 land spots? Yes, we're going to announce who's signed on, and we've also, don't forget, we have 12 RFOX dedicated buildings as well. Now we want to use, I guess, 3 to 5 of those. It's still undecided how many we'll use for the different ventures, but we can also offer around about 7 of those for rental, so to rent to marquee clients as well. So it won't be limited to just 10. Joining the Sheba call. Came for the bongo, stayed for the community. I guess you guys are capable of running the DGen hour, right? Without me and Pete. Just nice spending at this moment to RedFOX. Oh, you got that. I read that one. Yeah, it's a crazy market, Josh, and you know, if new people come into our team and stuff, it's a matter of sort of saying you can't let that stuff really impact you as well, because you know, if you're working your ass off all day and someone just puts out a frog meme or something like that, it's you can't look at that and sort of say how come, why. It just doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't last. They don't last. Dogecoin's been like a really, 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 really big exception. Yep, old adage, when in doubt, zoom out. Exactly. No, it's not on the back burner, OJ. The thing is, we have to do this leading up to. We need to time this to make sure it's done in relation to the sale, because otherwise people are just left hanging in the wind. And the thing is that we also have to coordinate stuff with those guys, because as you would know, we helped Reebok come to the market, and we're not allowed to talk about that stuff. It has to be them that goes out and does the first part. All right, looks like Will wants to get on with DJ now. So thank you very much for coming and joining us tonight. I would have said Paris Hilton XP, but Paris Hilton's already come in, so I would say Screech from Saved by the Bell. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Kim Kardashian.
Dustin Diamond died. He isn't alive anymore.
Yeah, he passed away recently. That's morbid. That's a morbid exit, man. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
well then if he
passed away.
I did not know that, but if that just reiterates my point, doesn't it? That'd be a real problem.
You mean he got out of
You're too busy working, Ben.
Jesus, I didn't know that, man. No worries, guys. Have a fantastic night, as best you can anyways. Don't let it get to you too much. Just deep breaths. You'll get through it. Have a good night, guys.
Cheers, Benny.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, Ben. Right, guys, I'm gonna drop off. Speak to you all soon.
Pleasure having you, Phil.
Yeah, it was nice hearing another
Yeah.
South Africa.
See you, man.
Yeah, I miss the accent. I miss it. Right, guys, have a good evening.
Cheers, man.
Lekker man.
Don't work
Cheers.
too hard.
I fill them up. If anyone's got questions why I chose a nickname, fill them up. It's a stupid college nickname. Fill them up, and we're at a petrol station. Stupid.
Fill
It
him
was
up
the
and
first
then
thing that came to me.
fill your
Fill
bags
them
up with
Yeah,
cryptos.
fill 'em up.
And then I thought, yeah, exactly, fill up my bags, fill up my wallets, whatever. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Sentimental. That's powerful.
cheers, guys. I'll speak to you later.
Cheers, man.
Bye-bye.